Alright, this is a video to show my week 1 and 2 project and all of the files involved. This is my Unity project here, showing you in editor. It's not going to do much because the accelerometer from the phone, but just to show that when it hits, it deletes. So those are the enemies up top. First I'll show you the scripts, and then I'll show the game in the phone. I have 4 different scripts, 2 different prefabs. First script is for the bullets to actually move once they're well, here I'll go. The bullets, once they're instantiated from the gun, it first of all, it takes on the transform of the gun at the start, and the bullet, if it is in the game scene for 5 seconds or longer, then it'll get destroyed, meaning it didn't hit any of the objects, because it would get destroyed down here if it was to hit one of the enemies. Update is to have the bullet go up, translate up based on the amount of speed that I set here, and speed is set to 5. So the gun itself, which is an attachment of the which is a child of the character, has a bullet for the prefab of the object, interval of how often is actually going to shoot the bullet, and then here in the start quarantine there's an enumerator to wait for the amount of seconds between shots. So I set that to 3, and it's going to instantiate the bullet and then start the quarantine over once it's shot. So the character itself movement, very simple. In transform, not translate. This is the acceleration as far as one of the features using the phone, and it's going to update constantly based on the x-axis of the phone. And the enemy itself up top, they the transform here, what was this again? So this is holding the X position. Okay, holding the X position and basically having a range of how far left and right the enemy will actually go based on where they're at in the scene. Range right now is set to 2. To start, direction goes to the right, basically meaning down here at enemy move. It's going to translate with a new vector based on the direction. So it starts to the right, and then it'll switch directions once it hits the range, the initial position plus the range amount. So that's what this X post is for, to set the initial position, and plus the range. Once it hits the far right, it'll switch directions to the left. Once it hits the far left, then it'll hit directions to the right. And as far as the game in the phone, let me show you what that looks like. So I have my phone here. This is the game. So as I move left and right, you see that it shoots the bullet based on the interval, and it shoots it from the position of the gun, which is a child of the character, so basically from where the character is. And that is that. So it's a little bit difficult, but that's the game. Hits it and it's done. So that's the game in the phone. And to talk a little bit about what I learned in this couple weeks, the material that I've learned, for sure, it meets expectations. The materials, using Unity and GitHub and doing a dot get ignore. So that was some stuff that's very useful that I'll definitely use in the future. I do plan on using this engine Unity because I am more comfortable with it, even though Godot is another engine that was pretty interesting, but I do plan on using Unity. That's pretty much it. Thanks.